up? I'm Cody Mitchell.
Billy Laughlin.
And this is Arguing Sports.
We got two guys who discuss sports, and you see on Facebook we argue every day about, the King and then KD, who is the MVP, but so is Derrick Rose. Look where he's at now.
The real MVP, scoring champion, best shooter in the NBA. We can go all day about this. Well, listen, this is something we wanted to do for quite a while. A lot of people have said we should do it. We just didn't know how to do it. Now we do, and we did. Check us out on Facebook, Arguing Sports with Cody Mitchell and Billy Laughlin. We have our YouTube page set up. You can click the link on our Facebook page. Come here and watch the videos. Post it every week, sometimes twice a week, depending on what kind of major stuff happens in the NBA.
We'll always have little, if something breaking news happens and I'm at work, he will sit there and he will make a selfie video to show y'all, or I will if I'm not at work. I got breaking news coming on my phone 24/7. And if you know me, I'm NBA guru. I know everything. And
I can argue with the best of them.
But he's a baseball guru. He knows basketball too. I don't know how we both are on football, but we know the stories.
We will talk about everything except lacrosse.
Or soccer.
Or soccer.
Maybe some UFC.
Maybe some UFC.
Not golf.
No, not golf.
Real sports.
Real sports.
All right.
Like water polo.
And we're gonna argue. There's gonna be a lot of arguing because a lot of the stuff that he says is disrespectful and doesn't make any sense. And a lot of the stuff I say is true.
And then he'll give his opinion, then I'll give you the facts and tell you why he's wrong and I'm right. Now, every week, we might have a specific subject we can talk about. Maybe where Carmelo lands, maybe where LeBron lands, where Kevin Love lands. Each week, we will have the argument, and you can comment on our YouTube page or our Facebook page or tweet at us and let us know who you think won the argument.
And we're always, well not always, but we're looking for people who are knowledgeable about some sports to come on and talk with us, let us know what they know, and see if they can argue with us, because we don't, you got to know how to debate with us.
You got to have different views from different teams of different fans.
No bandwagoners either.
No bandwagoners. You have to have a resume of how long you've been a fan of this individual team.
Or individual player.
Individual player, and how much you know before you're allowed to come on the show with us. So, now, that being said, we got that out there. Let's give a short talk about the draft tonight. Now, Mr. Billy, what is going to happen?
I am not worried about this draft at all. I am worried about the trades that are going to go on tonight. Last year NBA draft, no one worried about it. The Boston Celtics traded Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett last year before the draft started, which killed the draft because everybody was more worried about that trade.
And which we all know how that ended up. Failure season when it was all or bust. Now, young rookie coach who was actually younger than a couple of the players on the team that he was coaching. Now, we don't know maybe how that will turn out this week or this year, but
or how
Derek Fisher has signed with the Knicks to become the coach there. Kevin Garnett is returning for his 20th season with the Brooklyn Nets. Paul Pierce will be back. We'll see how Brook Lopez's stress fracture in his foot is healing and how that's dealing with that next year.
And Darren Rosen just had surgery on both his ankles.
Now, question number 2. People are not concerned about the draft right now. People are concerned, what about LeBron? What about Melo? And what about Love? How will the Cavaliers use this trade?
They're going to go after Love.
They're going to go after Love. So now,
Love.
do you give them the number 1 pick and somebody else?
Give them the number
for Love.
You do whatever you can do to get Kevin Love. I don't care if it's the number 1 pick and one of your starting 5. You got to get Kevin Love.
Do you think if Love goes to Cleveland that LeBron's going to go back?
Man, if Kevin Love
does that package of Dion Waiters, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love look good to LeBron?
Not only that.
Especially, keep this in mind. Anderson Varejao needs a haircut. Keep this in mind. David Blatt, new coach, never heard of.
That's not good.
From overseas, they've already offered him the job. They said that they're moving on, that they're done with trying to entice LeBron with coming back.
I don't care who you are, what team you are. If LeBron wants to play for you, You ain't turning that down.
Oh, well, that's what this whole draft is about. Everybody's trading. Everybody's making that cap space. Omar Asik is already on the move from Houston. Houston's trying to clear up cap space to get that big three of Dwight, Love, or Melo, or LeBron, and James Harden.
And man, Rockets can get some people. They're good at that. Or their owner is really, really smart to get people.
But here's another thing. LeBron's played his entire career in the Eastern Conference, correct? Everybody knows the Eastern Conference is the hard. D-League.
Right.
No, compared to the Western Conference.
Okay.
Does LeBron want that challenge of playing against the Lakers?
Okay.
Against the Clippers? Against...
Well, don't say Lakers.
Against the Grizzlies. Well, I'm not counting the Bucks family out. They will be back.
We'll see how Kobe feels.
But does he want that challenge of playing against those high end teams?
Well, like LeBron's not going to go to a sorry team in the West. He's either going to go to the Rockets, the Clippers, or somewhere looking. It's going to be nice. So it ain't gonna be no worries, man. He went to the Clippers. That'd be it. There would no Western team.
I will say the only competition
was Spurs.
The only competition that the Clippers would have is Golden State if they were to land Kevin Love and if
they don't need Melo. They got
Melo signed
with Rockets.
If they signed with Golden State. It has been no secret that they have been in contact with each other, that they have been wanting to come together and play together.
But they got the most underrated small forward on their team, and Andre Iguodala.
But he could switch to the 2-guard as well. He can play the 2-guard.
Ooh, but you got a bad 2-guard now.
If they trade Klay Thompson in that trade.
Yeah, but they don't want. I don't think they should trade him. He averaged more points than Stephon Curry.
Well, if that's what's going to take to get Kevin Love, I think they're going to do it.
Kevin Love. They can't get Kevin Love and Melo. But I don't think they should go for Kevin Love. They got David Lee. He averaged more double-doubles than any other player 2 years ago.
That is true. David Lee is a very underrated player. He's not that well known, but he is a good points and rebounds. I mean, that's what he does.
There is Mr. Playoff Runaway and Andrew Bogut.
Andrew Bogut.
Get rid of him.
Mr. Buck. Yes.
Get him back to the Bucks.
I don't think you get rid of Bogut.
Man,
I think you keep that combination of Bogut and Love. Those two, if Bogut can stay healthy with Love, that is a hell of a combination.
They should trade front courts, man. Neko Pekovic, now that's a man.
That is.
Yeah, they should give him up for Bogut and David Lee and Bogut for Pekovic and Love. And their front court and that back court with Andre or Melo, that's it, man.
Yeah.
But if LeBron's staying in Miami, that's all. LeBron's staying in Miami.
You know what I think personally? If Bogut was healthy this year, the Warriors would have beat the Clippers in that series.
And then
if Bogut, then they would have got destroyed by the Thunder. They would have got destroyed. Kevin Durant.
Well, they didn't exactly torture the Clippers.
No,
they were a bad call away from leaving early.
Yeah. Well,
all I know is
we all know how the playoffs ended. Spurs very deserving. The big three will be back for another season with an improved Kawhi Leonard, Danny Green, Thiago Splitter, Patty Mills.
He actually
was he in your fantasy league? Dude, did you pick up Patty Mills?
No, but I knew he could play.
In your playoff fantasy league.
He wasn't even.
He came out of nowhere.
But he's actually, him and Boris Diaw are free agents this season, and they play.
They will resign.
Do you think they'll resign?
They will resign.
I don't know, because people are like, well, these guys can play. Let's offer them some money.
No, I think Boris Diaw and Patty Mills will want to come back to play with Popovich
and get a championship.
Well,